Hi, welcome to A Week in Weatherfield, the Coronation Street review show presented by two people who've just been to Sinead's vintage clothes shop. Did you buy this?
This old thing.
Yes, I'm David Brown.
And I'm Johnathon Hughes.
This week's headlines: Susie snatched,
Landlady Gemma,
and Interfering Eileen. Okay, well, the big story of the week was the kidnapping of baby Susie.
Susie Barlow Price, whatever her name is.
What
is her surname? Connor Price? I don't know.
Price? I don't know.
Anyway, someone took her.
But I was a bit confused, really, because why didn't anybody notice that that baby hadn't woken up during the night for a feed, for a change, to be burped, to be lifted up?
It's amazing, literally, and a miracle. Formerly, or previously, I should say, on this show, we talked about Susie being a super baby from Krypton because she managed to roll herself off a changing table at like 2 weeks old.
Yeah,
this is further evidence. Was it the sofa?
It was the sofa.
Blimey, I'd forgotten that. Susie is a super baby. Susie went what? At least 12 hours.
Yeah.
I think Susie literally got up, walked to the fridge.
She's weaned herself.
Made an omelette.
Yeah.
Fed herself, watched
like
some telly.
Like the baby in Ally McBeal.
She is the baby. She is this kind of freakily superpowered baby. Hence, no one for quite a long time realised that she was missing. I found that a bit odd, but I think it was to get to this kidnap drama quite quickly.
Yeah, I didn't even know where the baby was sleeping. Why was Leanne next to the bed?
What's all this fuss Eva's made about?
Yeah.
I can't be apart from Susie for one moment. Oh, Lee, you sleep next to her. I don't, where is the baby? That's a point, actually. Yeah. I need Susie. She's mine. She's my flesh and blood. Yeah. Toya, babes, I need her. I don't really know where she's got to. Oh, well. Figure it out. I know, for hours. Yeah, so we don't know where she sleeps.
Yeah, but poor old, Eva was left bereft, supposedly, while we found out that Johnny had done the wicked deed.
I know.
Johnny seems to be turning into a bit of a villain, doesn't he?
Johnny, I thought, was, like, obviously he's mourning for Aidan, he's in bits, but he was so super horrible to both Jenny and Liz. Like, it was really... Like, really laid into Jenny.
He almost punched her.
My son's died, nearly punched her.
Yeah.
And then, like, talk about let you down gently when he dumped Liz. That was harsh. He didn't take any prisoners. No, Johnny, after everything. Oh, it was just so tragic. He is a bit of a baddie. I think he's going to be quite twisted by the tragedy the Connors have gone through. And that bit with Jenny and I think he's going to end up maybe, some domestic abuse might happen.
I had high hopes for Johnny and Liz, though. I thought what would their Twitter hashtag name
when
be?
they put
Johnny and Liz.
So they put two names together, don't they, to make a ship name? Johnny, Liz. I can't
think of anything.
I can't think. No.
Anyway, on to the next storyline. We had Gemma being given the ownership of the Rovers Return.
We like this. Forget Bette Lynch, forget Annie Walker, forget Liz McDonald, forget Stella Price, because most other people have. Gemma Winter is the landlady of the Rovers, possibly.
I mean, I think, what will she introduce? Strippers, obviously, I think three times a week.
Shuts. Shuts with every hot pot. I think she'd get some kebab hot pot fusion going on.
What would that be called?
Hot babs. Kipots. Kebpots.
Yeah.
It's fusion, it's great. Chesley be out the back making them, rustling up some hot babs. I think, you remember Tassels, where Bethany worked, that really dodgy
lap dancing club.
I think you're looking at a mixture of Tassels and the Dog and Gun.
Yes.
That rough as you like pub where Gemma was first seen on the old estate where she grew up.
She would be leading cleavage first, wouldn't she, I think? In that pub.
So we all remember Bette Lynch, and her décolletage.
She called one Newton and the other Ridley.
She did. I think Gemma. Oh my gosh, she made Bette Lynch look like someone out of The Handmaid's Tale.
She really
it would be all the goods would be on display.
Yes.
Leopard print. It'll all be boob tubes.
I wonder if we're going to get if we're getting ahead of ourselves here, though.
We're getting slightly excited.
Because I don't think that Henry is going to be around for much longer. We've already had Jane Danson reveal that, he's the actor who plays him is leaving.
So he's not sticking around, is he? So this is clearly a bit of a guest spot. So he's more horrid Henry than
Well, we don't know, do we? I mean, does he want to run the Rovers into the ground?
My theory here is that he's fallen out with his rich dad and he, probably wants to buy the Rovers, put Gemma in charge, think it's going to be a total disaster, and then as revenge on his dad for, like, disinheriting him.
Yeah.
That looks like what's going to happen, but, I mean, you know...
I think she's going to bring a touch of Vegas to Weatherfield. I think that will be the end
the
result.
Vegas of the North. It'll be so good. I do worry, though, when the Rovers is in flux, I feel like you can't do that for too long. I feel a bit anxious and a bit edgy when we don't know who runs the Rovers and it's not really anchored.
It's limbo.
Yeah, I do worry. So hopefully it will resolve itself. And do you know what? I'm all for Gemma making it the Vegas of the cobbles.
You also feel a bit in limbo when Steve's not married.
When is Steve not married?
That's what I mean, when there's not a Mrs. McDonald.
I do feel very, very in limbo, but, you know, won't be long, apparently.
It brings us to our final plotline of the week, though, because Eileen returned from Bristol.
Bristol?
Yes, it looked more like Samos that she'd been to, didn't it? You know,
I think Eileen's been sunbathing on that suspension bridge.
Yes.
I mean, we have had a heat wave, but Dubai?
I know. That
probably.
Was quite amazing, wasn't it? But her aim is to split Steve and Tracy up.
Yes.
But I think she needs to think big.
She needs a plan, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think that she needs to call up all of Steve's ex-wives.
That'll take a long time.
Hire a massive limo and have them all turn up on the cobbles.
On the wedding day.
On the wedding day.
To freak him out and to make him go, flippin' it!
Dr. Flippin' Foster!
She's bought a flaming pasta!
I think that would be superb.
That would be so. How many wives are there? Like 106?
Well, Vicky. Karen.
Twice. So does that 2 weddings, same person?
Yeah.
Becky. Didn't they get married like 30 times or something?
Was he married to Fiona?
He married Tracy.
He
did marry Tracy before. Now Tracy again.
Yeah. Fiona, was he ever married to Fiona? Perhaps he wasn't.
I don't think
I'll put her in the limo.
Secret limo anyway.
Michelle, of course.
Nearly married. Oh yeah, he married Michelle.
Yeah.
He nearly married Leanne.
So it could be like the Witches of Eastwick. They could all turn up. Steve Van Horn gets his comeuppance.
The Witches of Weatherfield.
Yeah, I think that should be the perfect summer storyline.
I'm hoping Eileen's going to be cut away on the phone.
Yeah.
And Karen and everyone else.
Yes.
We'd love
Conference call from the cab office. Anyway, fingers crossed there'll be a wedding. We're going to reserve our seats at Cheshire Castle for the upcoming nuptials, but we'll be back in 7 days' time with another week in Weatherfield.